Hello students, today we are going to continue with our HTML forms chapter number 3 of your box. And today's topic is input buttons. Last time we discussed about the text areas, the places where you can enter the text. So different type of text areas we discussed. And now today we have the input buttons. In the input buttons we have basically two type of input buttons that we are going to discuss. One are the radio buttons and another one are the check boxes. So let us see what's the use of radio button. Radio buttons are used when you want the user to select one of the limited number of choices, which means that if you have provided 4, 5 options, 10 options and you wish that the user should choose only one out of the given options, you are going to make use of the radio button. So let us see how this can be made. This is a paragraph that we have written, your profession. That means here we are going to give the options for choosing the profession. After that, I said that whenever we are going to make any component, we need to write down the input type. So here, because we are going to make a radio button, so input type equals to radio. And then a name is to be assigned to that particular radio button. So because this is the first radio button that we are going to create, so we have written name equals to R1. And in front of the first radio button, what are you going to write? What choice are you going to give? That will be represented by value. Value equals to teacher. That means with this we will be having a radio button on the screen that will be providing the teacher option. Then next is checked. Checked means that when this form will be opened, this first choice of the teacher will already be selected. That's why it is written checked. This checked means that it will be selected. Selected will be what? Teacher. So selection is on the teacher. Then again we have written input type. Same, we are going to repeat input type radio. We are going to make again a radio button. Now this time that again the name has to be provided. So we have given R1 again. Value. What is going to be the value of this radio button? So this time the value is going to be the doctor. That means the second choice you are giving will be the doctor. So here the choice is doctor. Then input type radio. Again we are going to make the radio button. Again we are going to give the name R1. And the value is engineer, and engineer will be displayed. So we have created 3 radio buttons, each with the input type, with the name and with the value. Value is going to show you the choices. So here we had 3 choices: teacher, doctor, engineer. So let us now see what is going to be the result of this. Here you can see that we are given the result. Result will look something like this. Your profession, because you have already mentioned it in the paragraph, your profession. So it is displayed over here, your profession. Then we have created 3 radio buttons. One was with the value of the teacher, another was with the doctor, and the third was with the engineer. So here we have 3 choices: teacher, doctor, engineer. And with the teacher we said checked. So as soon as you will get the output, this teacher will be selected by default. And if you wish, you can make the choice of the doctor, you can make the choice of the engineer also. But if you choose the doctor, you won't be able to choose the other choices. If you choose engineer, you will not be able to choose teacher and doctor, because what we have created is a radio button, and radio button will allow you only to choose one out of the given options. This is to be remembered. Radio button gives you only one choice. You can make only one choice. Next we move ahead with the check boxes. So these check boxes are also input buttons. What is the difference? Check boxes are used when you want the user to select one or more of the limited number of choices. Say it's a option button, it's an input button just like the radio buttons. But the difference is that here we can make the choice of more than one option. Radio button was allowing only the choice of one option, but here there are the choices of many options. So as usual, we are going to give it the paragraph. We are going to write something about this. So we are going to write my hobbies. So this will be displayed as it is shown over here, my hobbies. Now again, input type, as usual we have to write down the input type, and we are going to make a checkbox. Therefore it is mentioned input type equals to checkbox. And then as with the option button, we have given the name. We are going to give a name here also, equals to C1. And then what value is to be displayed, what choice is to be displayed with this first checkbox. So the value that is going to be displayed is the cricket. Then again the repetition of the same, input type equal to checkbox, name C1, value morning walk. Second option that you are going to get is the morning walk. You can see over here the first option was cricket, second option is the morning walk. And the third input type equals to checkbox, again because we are going to make a third checkbox also, name equals to C1, value equals to yoga. So here you can see the third option is yoga. But you can see that along with the yoga, value equals to yoga, we have mentioned the attribute checked yoga. Checked yoga means that when this form will appear on the screen, by default you will see a check mark in the yoga. As you can see, it is visible here also. Yoga is checked, that is showing a check mark. So if you wish to make the morning walk checked one, if you wanted that morning walk should be selected by default, you should have written over here where it is written morning walk, there you should have mentioned after the value checked morning walk. So in that case your morning walk would have been selected. So this is about these two type of input buttons, one the radio button, another the check boxes. And remember that the difference is there that radio button allows to choose only one choice, check boxes allow to choose more than one choices. Rest all the attributes and the way of creating them is same, and more we are going to continue in our next video.